Whether turn-based or real-time, grand strategy or tactical RPGs, there are numerous subgenres within the strategy game realm. In one game, you might command an entire fleet in space, while in another, you could be issuing orders to soldiers on a battlefield as magic crackles through the air. There are a multitude of strategy games available, and we have dedicated lists for the best turn-based strategy games and the best for X games to keep this list as inclusive as possible. Similar to our lineup of the best building games, we invite you to explore a curated collection of the genre's greatest hits, ranging from newcomers to classics. Homeworld 3, a new installment in the classic PC strategy game series. Homeworld 3 places you in command of vast fleets of ships, guiding them through a seemingly unwinnable war. While it may retain some of the interface quirks of its predecessors, Homeworld 3 delivers large-scale space strategy that's hard to beat. The campaign narrates a story of personal growth, monumental skirmishes in 3D space, and an all-out effort to overwhelm challenges with sheer firepower. For those who prefer a customizable experience, the War Games mode allows you to create scenarios tailored to your liking. Before we move on, let's talk about our partner, Instant Gaming, where the discounts on game prices are huge. If you're a fan of Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000, just type in Warhammer and you will find titles from the Warhammer universe with incredible discounts. For example, the price of Space Marine 2 is reduced by 37%, Battle Sector by 93%, and for retro gamers, there is the Dawn of War Master Collection at less than 83%. In addition, pre-orders are already on sale. By clicking on the link below, you can take advantage of these discounts while supporting my channel. Thank you for your support. Rise of Kingdoms. A classic colony simulator, Rise of Kingdoms features an endearing, cartoon-like aesthetic and allows you to choose from a variety of real-life civilizations such as Rome, Britain, and Japan. The game also incorporates a storyline, narrated through the numerous NPCs you encounter along your journey. Rise of Kingdoms isn't just about overseeing a growing civilization. Quests propel you forward and provide specific goals to achieve. While making many decisions between your desires and the random NPC allocation, the game perfectly blends strategy with RNG, keeping the gameplay engaging and dynamic. It's a bit old as a game, but for me a title not to be missed is XCOM 2. XCOM 2 is one of the best turn-based strategy games, and we gave it a really good score in our XCOM 2 review. It takes the best bits from the series so far, the savage struggle, the ragtag group of heroes, the devious aliens, the tight tactical battles, and throws improvement after improvement on top. It's a toss-up as to whether the War of the Chosen expansion is objectively better, but there are plenty of excellent XCOM 2 mods that can bring the vanilla game up to scratch. Both offer distinct yet equally rewarding experiences. There is plenty of other XCOM 2 DLC available as well. The battles are challenging and varied, full of horrific adversaries with tricky, surprising abilities, but the biggest changes are found on the strategic layer. You will travel all over the world, setting up cells, infiltrating black sites, and hunting for more resources so you can field more powerful weapons and tools. It is compelling rather than an afterthought. Another old, but gem title, Endless Legend, is a 4X game that seamlessly blends fantasy and science fiction, throwing stranded astronauts against magical dragons in the most striking hex world. Diverse and beautiful, it feels almost tangible, as if you could reach out and take one of the elaborate cities and cradle it in your hands. Fascinating factions vie for domination of the apocalyptic world. Each has unique and interesting mechanics that set them apart and inform how they are played. For example, you have the aforementioned horrible race of carnivorous insects, the necrophages, who are so foul that they cannot form alliances with other factions, forcing them to always be in opposition. Endless Legend also has a strong narrative that gives it a strong sense of place. Each faction has a set of story quests that will inform many of your decisions without getting you stuck in a dead end. Crusader Kings 3. Talk about a ruthless grand strategy game. Crusader Kings 3 has massively overhauled the series' once Byzantine interface, making it an attractive proposition for new players while retaining much of the depth the series is known for. It may look like a traditional grand strategy map painter, and while it certainly offers deep systems for waging war, the heart of Crusader Kings 3 lies in its often hilarious personal stories. Will you rise to power through military might, wealth, religious influence, diplomacy, or subterfuge? Each character you play has their own personality and lifestyle, and each member of your dynasty will shape their empire, for better or worse, before passing it on to the next. This is a game that makes the personal plots hatched behind closed doors just as important as the battles between nations. Be a pious king to invite religious powers to your side, or shape your own faith in your fight between eternal glory or eternal damnation. Bring new innovations to your culture and build mighty castles and strongholds to increase the wealth, prestige, and security of your kingdom. The paths to follow are limitless. Experience thousands of dynamic events and life-changing decisions, tailored to every situation and character imaginable. There are countless ways to secure and maintain your place in the history books. Age of Empires 4. For years, we thought a new Age of Empires game would never see the light of day. However, 16 years after the last installment, Age of Empires 4 has arrived, taking everything that made the remakes of the classic RTS series memorable for so many and elevating it to the next level. It now includes more story-driven scenarios, 8 civilizations from the base game, and a unique mechanic and armies at your disposal. If you're in the mood to learn something while keeping an eye on your rivals' chances of victory, Age of Empires 4 offers several unlockable, well-produced documentaries that teach you about the historical facts of each level you play. While it's not a revolutionary RTS game, Age of Empires 4 demonstrates that the genre remains fun, with a fresh, modern coat of paint. Dune: Spice Wars. Step into the world of Arrakis and play as one of the great houses of Dune. Exploit the planet's riches, defend your spice convoys from sandworms and enemy attacks, and manipulate political forces to establish your dominance. Relive the epic events of Dune through thrilling strategic gameplay. Lead your faction, manage your resources, wage epic battles, and uncover the secrets of spice. Spice Wars offers a rich and immersive 4X gaming experience. Experience a unique strategic adventure in Dune. Choose your faction, customize it, and forge your own destiny on Arrakis. Will you choose honor or betrayal? Diplomacy or brute force? The choice is yours. Conquest mode for a deep and varied gameplay experience. Customize your house, master new strategies, and take on ever more complex challenges. Choose your victory conditions, map size, and much more. Your journey on Arrakis is in your hands. How will you play? Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. Immerse yourself in the dystopian Warhammer 40,000 universe with Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. Based on Games Workshop's popular tabletop game, this real-time strategy masterpiece features epic space battles on a grand scale. Choose from a variety of factions, including the Imperial Navy, Space Marines, Chaos, Necrons, Tyranids, and more. Each faction offers unique ships, abilities, and play styles. The game features 4 narrative campaigns: Imperium, Chaos, Necrons, and Tyranids, with the Imperial campaign allowing you to control all 3 Imperial factions. Gameplay focuses on managing your fleet, engaging in massive space battles, and completing strategic objectives. Team up with friends in cooperative multiplayer or challenge other players in custom matches. With its rich story, detailed graphics, and intense space combat, Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 promises an immersive and thrilling experience for fans of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. This list is just a glimpse of the many strategy games out there. I've highlighted the ones that have left the biggest impression on me and that I've spent a lot of time on. Of course, everyone's taste is different. If you have any other suggestions, feel free to share them in the comments. There are more exciting titles on the horizon, so stay tuned.